Hey class, this is Mr. Dean here. So we're making a video. This is for lab number 8, calculator and E notation. All right, so before you start here, make sure you evaluate yourself here and kind of see where you're at, and we'll go ahead and get started. So I'm using Kami. You might want to use Kami as well. Okay. All right, we'll also be using the Google calculator as well. All right, so here's some practice here. Suppose we have a decimal here and we're asked to go to scientific notation and of course the E notation. Okay, before I put the answers down, why don't you guys take about a couple minutes here and try to do this, and then we'll reconvene. All right. All right. Okay, class. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one here. For those who need a refresher, what's happening is that as I move the decimal, I'm going to move it. This is a very small number. This is less than 1, but greater than 0. So I'm going to move the decimal until I get past the first non-zero number. Okay. In fact, let me make this bigger so we can see what's going on here. And so here I am. So it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to be 1.3 times 10 to the minus 6. Now, that's good, but for our purposes, this is going to be 1.3. I'm going to replace this. In this case, it's going to be E minus 6. Okay, that's is called the E notation. Okay, this one here, same thing here. I'm going to, if I don't see a decimal point, I'm going to assume the decimal point is right there, and we're going to move it 1, 2, 3, 4 places past the first non-zero, and this will be 2.4, right? Times 10 to the, was it 1, 2, 3, 4? 2.4 times 10 to the 4. E notation would be 2.4 E4. Now we have to remember this because when we use our graphing tool, quick graph tool, and spreadsheets, we have to use this notation to be able to get it to work. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and pause and let you guys work on this at home, and then we'll check our answers in about uh, okay, when I hit play. Okay. All right. So class, here are the last two assignments here. 7.8 E minus 7, 2.95 E minus 9. All right. Let me hit pause and we'll start the next section. All right, class. So we completed, we went from decimal to scientific notation and E notation. Okay. So up here, hopefully we're able to go from ones to twos and threes now. Okay. All right. So now we're going to do, it's called using the Google calculator. Okay. All right. So Google calculator, I'm going to open up a new window here and I'm going to type in calculator. And this should show up here. Okay, so this is the Google calculator. Now, when you look at it, okay, hold on. Okay, so now when we do this here, this is defaulted in radians. Okay, we want to make sure we're in degrees. Now, later on, we're going to be using sine and cosine and tangent and stuff, and we want to make sure we're in degrees here. Okay, so this is the Google calculator. Now, what's helpful sometimes is to do a split screen, and I'm going to put this over here so we can see the Google calculator like this here. And I'm going to have a screen like this. Let me make it a little bit smaller so people can see this. Okay, let's go make it a little bit smaller. Okay, all right. So there we go. Okay, so how we do this is that you have to use these buttons up here to collapse it and to just drag it and you have a split screen. That's probably the easiest way to do this. Okay. All right, so using Google Calculator. Now, what we're going to do is we have to remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, and we're going to be using parentheses. Okay, so let's say I want to multiply these two numbers right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do open parenthesis here, right? And this is 8. Okay, see how this is E12? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go 8. Now, I got to make sure I got to go, so it's E, so this is going to be times 10 to the 12, right? So we'll go over here and I'm going to go, here's times, okay, this is 10 right here, right? Okay, now see this button right here, this E the X. Okay, click that and it allows a space to put an exponent up there, okay? So what I'm going to do is, since the exponent is 12, just go ahead and type in 12. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and close parenthesis, and we'll let some people get caught up here and make sure we're okay. Uh, okay, so that's 8E12 in the Google calculator here. Okay. All right, so now I want to multiply it by 3.5 times 10 to the 8. So I'm going to do, if you want to, go ahead and do the multiplication symbol here. So it shows times here, right? Open parenthesis, okay, and 3.5. 3.5. And we want to do times 10, right? Times 10. And here's this X to the Y button here. Okay, we want to hit this button here. And when I do that, a little, a little box show up? Okay. Yeah, this kind of put a little box here. Okay, there we go. Then a little box shows up here. And we want to put an 8 and then close parenthesis. All right, now I'm going to pause here to help people out in the class. All right, so it looks like everyone in class is pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit equals. And here we have, see how the E notation shows up here? So it's 2.8 E21. So we'll go over here and I'm going to go ahead and write 2.8. Now, if it's positive, you don't need to put the positive sign there. Only when it's negative, you should put a negative. But since it's positive, E21 will work. Just E21. You can put positive if you want to, but you definitely need the negative. Okay. All right. Okay. So that's this one here. Okay. Now you guys try the next one here, and then we'll check our answers. I'm going to pause, let you work on it, and we'll check our answers when I hit record. Okay. Hold on. Let me go ahead and show you how to do it on a calculator. All right. So we have a new problem here. I'm going to hit clear. If you want, you hit clear. Or let me, we're going to clear it out. Okay. So I'm going to do open parenthesis, 3.15, right? Times 10. Okay. Hit this button here. Okay. And it's going to be a 6, right? Close parenthesis, times parenthesis 6.3. Right? 6.3 times 10, right, to the 4. Close parenthesis equals. Okay, this is a big number here. So we want to change this to scientific notation here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we can probably go 1.9845 e to the 11. Okay. All right. That's this one here. Okay. Now try this one here out. Now this has a negative sign here, and this is a E4. This is E negative 5. Okay. So let's see what that looks like on the Google calculator. So we hit AC here. So we're going to do open parenthesis, and we'll put in here 1.32. Okay. And we're going to go times 10. Now we have to do this box right here, put that in there. Now, there's a negative sign here. This is e to the minus 5. Now I look over here. Here's my negative sign here, negative 5. Okay. Make sure you've got negative 5 there. Okay. And now, I want to make sure I do close parenthesis. Let's see what happens if I do close parenthesis. Okay. Yeah, close parenthesis. Okay. All right. Okay. Times. Okay. Open parenthesis. 3.24, okay, times 10, okay, click this button here, 4, right, close parenthesis, okay, equals, and here we have, looks like 0.427. Yeah, okay, all right. Okay, we're going to hit pause, and we'll check back in a minute. Okay. All right, class. Mr. Sharp in class here advised me of a easier way to do this. So I'm going to show you an easier way to do these problems here. Okay, let's take a look at, let's revisit this problem here again. Okay, now when we hit clear, okay, see how this is 8? This is 8. Hold, let me hit clear. There's 8. Okay, all right, here's 8. Now see the E12? Okay, here's EXP for exponential. There we go. That's what I was looking for. There's now, there, much easier. That's E12 now. Okay, hold on one quick second. Times, here I'm going to go 3.5, right? And E8, hit equals, and I get the same answer. We hit pause. Okay, so let's do this one here again. Let's do this one again using the EXP button. So we hit clear, and it's going to be 3.15, right? Here's EXP. Now, this is 6, right? Put a 6 here. Times 3.2 EXP 4 equals. Okay. Um, oh, I did it wrong? Okay, I did it wrong. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, I'm going to go, here, let me do this. Okay, we're going to go 3.15 E6. I'm going to close parenthesis, and we're going to do times here, parenthesis, 6.3, 6.3 EXP4, close parenthesis, equals, and yeah, it's the same. Yeah, we're good. Same answer here. And finally, let's do this last one here. I'm going to go clear it out. Parenthesis, 1.32 EXP minus 5, close parenthesis, times, parenthesis, 3.2, right? Here is EXP 4, right? Close parenthesis, equals. All right, 4 point. So we got the okay, same results again. Okay. All right. So I would recommend doing the EXP if you have to. It makes it a little bit easier to do the calculations. All right. I'm going to hit pause and we'll check back in a minute. Okay. Now we hit play here. And let's take a look at this problem here. And we want to negotiate this problem. And let me make it a little bit bigger here so we can kind of see what's going on. All right. So it looks like I have two multiplications and a division problem. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, okay, we're going to take care of the multiplication first and then do the division. Okay, we're going to do this all in one step. Okay, so let's take a look at the numerator part first. Okay, so I'm going to do parenthesis. Okay, there's a parenthesis right here, and it looks like 6.35 EXP 13, right? Okay, close parenthesis. Okay, now we're going to do a multiplication. Hit times. Okay, here's a parenthesis. This looks like 1.8, right? EXP looks like minus 3, close parenthesis. Okay, so we did the top part. Now this is division. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do division here. Okay, and we're going to do parenthesis 4.20 EXP looks like 7, close parenthesis. Okay, now make sure it looks like this. Hit equals and see what we got. All right, so 2721.4. Okay, all right, I'll hit pause and we'll check back in a minute. Okay, all right, the last one here, part 4. This is going to be a preview for your group work on Friday. So each group will have something like this to do as a group, and you have to use the quick graph tool and do the best curve fit. So this will be the group grade, so to speak. Okay. All right. So here we have some problems here. So here's mass, here's force, and then here's force and E notation. Okay. Now directions. Use quick graph tool. Make a graph with best curve fit. Label the x-axis and then show me for the grade for in class today. I'll come by, and when you show me your graph, that means you're done, and I'll give you real-time feedback. Now, to use the quick graph tool, you have to use the E notation. Okay, so looking at this, between these two here, what's going to be the independent variable? Is it going to be mass? Okay, is this going to be is this the X? Is this the X column? Okay, so this is going to be the X column. So this is going to be the independent variable. Okay, now this is force. This is going to be the Y. This will be the dependent variable. Okay, so in this experiment, somebody changed the mass and we got forces. Okay, okay. Now, however, to use quick graph tool, we have to use the E notation. Okay, so this will be the Y. Okay, so what's this in E notation here? 6, 8, 1.8. Okay, so this is going to be 3, 6, 8, E8. Yeah, this would be E8. Okay. Yeah, negative. Yeah, negative E8. Good. Let's try this one here. This is 3, 6, 7, 8. 3.7. Was it E minus 8? Okay. Okay. Try this one here. See, this is 3, 6, 5.5. E minus 8. Okay. 3, 6, 7.4. E minus 8. All right. And we hit pause and let you guys finish out complete the table. All right, class. Okay, so we filled out the chart here. And I'm going to go ahead and do a split screen. And we'll go ahead and type in Quick Graph Tool. So go ahead and put this in the Google search bar. And this should pop up the Quick Graph Tool. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'll do the first one as an example, and then I'll pause and let you guys work on this and make the graph, and then I'll follow along in about 5 minutes. Okay, so quick graph tool. Okay, what should this be labeled? Mass. What units? Yeah, kilograms. Okay, what's this up here? Force. And N, right? It's actually newtons, but we just put N. All right, so I'll show you the first one. Then you guys do the rest of them. This is 100. Now this is going to be, okay, what's the E notation? Yes, this will be here. This will be 1.8 E minus 8. Notice how I put 1.8 E minus 8. Okay. All right, so go ahead. We'll do one more just to make sure. This is 200. And over here, go ahead and this is what, 3.7? 3.7 E. Now you can do lowercase e too, but I like to do capital E minus 8. Okay. All right, go ahead and fill this out, make your graph, and choose the best curve fit and see what you think. And we'll check, I'll let you guys work on this and we'll check our answers in a few moments. All right. All right, class. So when I get all the points in, it should look like this. And it looks like it's going to, if I drew a line through here, it looks like it's going to go through the origin. So I do proportional. And there's my graph. So I need to screenshot this and put it into the box and submit it for credit. All right, that concludes lab number 8. And you guys are ready to go on your own. Okay, take care.